Abraham Lincoln is remembered as the great emancipator, the man who freed America's slaves. His face is carved into Mount Rushmore, his words echo in classrooms, and his legacy is treated as sacred. But a difficult question has followed him for generations. Was Abraham Lincoln a racist? The honest answer is more complex and more human than either side of the debate often admits. Lincoln was born in 1809 into a nation where slavery was legal and racism was deeply embedded in everyday life. Like most white Americans of his era, Lincoln held views that today would clearly be considered racist. In his early political career, he repeatedly stated that he did not believe Black Americans and white Americans were social or political equals. He opposed interracial marriage, supported segregated voting rights, and even promoted colonization, the idea that freed Black people should be sent to Africa or the Caribbean. Yet, Lincoln also believed something radical for his time. Slavery was morally wrong. He called it a monstrous injustice and argued that the nation could not survive half slave and half free. While he initially insisted that his main goal was preserving the Union, the brutal reality of the Civil War forced his thinking to evolve. As the conflict dragged on, Lincoln came to see slavery not only as immoral, but as the central cause of the war itself. In 1863, he issued the Emancipation Proclamation, a strategic war measure that freed slaves in Confederate states. It did not end slavery outright, but it changed the moral direction of the war and allowed Black soldiers to fight for their own freedom. By the end of his life, Lincoln publicly supported limited voting rights for Black Americans, a position that enraged white supremacists and directly contributed to his assassination. So, was Lincoln a racist? By modern standards, yes. By the standards of his time, he was evolving and increasingly dangerous to the system of white supremacy. Lincoln was not a perfect hero, but a man who grew, changed, and ultimately used his power to destroy the institution of slavery itself. History isn't about choosing saints or villains. It's about understanding how progress actually happens, slowly, painfully, and through imperfect people.